What's up, YouTube? Uh, just a quick update about something I've touched upon. Um, that it's not really that important, but it is something that I think that should have made this video a little bit sooner than I have. But regardless of that, all there is to really say is, simply put, this is pretty ironic, but for the times in recent months I've talked about how there is, how do I say it? Like, people are supposed to come together in every universe in the multiverse. I said, eventually, everybody's going to desire to have all of history be reset to how it should have been from the start. Well, unfortunately, I was wrong. Unfortunately, that is going to happen, but it's kind of like, more like, you gotta realize that even for this to even happen, there's another condition that has to be met. Going by the logic of what I even said so far about it, that I overlooked, and that's that, well, if you think about it, every individual has to, unfortunately, sort through all the personal information behind every single individual in the multiverse. But in doing so, they're going to run into a lot of obstacles and barriers, to the point that, unfortunately, they're pretty much going to have to, they can't have everybody come together to desire that one single desire all at the same time, right from the get-go. If anything, this is because most people, there's a ranking system in the hierarchy that I talked about, and because of it, unfortunately, everybody's going to be subject to different timing as far as having their own history and their own history reset. So this is to say that people who are of a higher rank in the hierarchy, they're going to have their history reset to favorable conditions. People are going to come together to desire to fix their own history, the history of those people, those higher ranking individuals first. Because as people even do this, it's not going to be because the entire multiverse believes in all of the theories that I've talked of. They're just all going to be desiring to conform to the highest ranking individuals and to reset their own, reset their own history, just because they're going to conform. They're more likely to conform to making things better for the highest ranking individuals before anybody or anything else. So yeah, unfortunately, it's just, that's how it's going to be, and it's going to be it's just that, and then that's going to have collateral effects onto everybody else's life. Because obviously, if you reset the history of those first individuals, it's going to reset the history of everybody else into more favorable conditions. So yeah, because of that, it's the only difference I wanted to point out. It's not really that different from what would happen if what I said happened. It's still going to result in entire multiverse of having the history of them all be, because just the conductivity of the amount of cold that this would produce in the multiverse, as of course, these kinds of desires, magical desires, are going to turn everybody into super cold dark matter in space, outer space, chunks of it spanning light years, that is going to have conductivity to make every other life form turn into the same thing. But it could do that, but realistically, you also have to erase the negative things that happen That would be a nice thing to do, but it wouldn't fix the fact that their past has been corrupt. And they've suffered things they never should have, so still have to wish. See, how people wish and desire to have, unfortunately, desire anyway. So, yeah. Fortunately, that's going to happen at some point. Going by my arguments. Yeah, that's all there is to say about it. Thanks. Goodbye.